knocked out and no one's gonna pay for your, all the expenses.
What was your initial reaction when?
Well, I was really excited. At the same time, I said, "Oh my God," because I've always been a fan of Mike because I watched every single one of his fights. So never thought about making a film with him, let alone creating an on-screen. Or we try to create one of the classic fight scenes, and I believe we've done so, right?
I think so too. What do you guys think?
Thank you all. But at the same time, I wasn't sure, I understand that he probably doesn't have too much experience, especially doing these type of kung fu movies. So I didn't know what to expect, but he came and ironically, he told me that he loved Ip Man 1 and 2, and that was one of the main reasons why he wanted to be in Ip Man 3. Obviously, he loved kung fu movies. At the same time, he told me one of his pals was my mother's student. My mother, by the way, was a grandmaster. She still has a school, and she retired now. She has a school in Boston. I grew up in Boston. So that was a very coincident fate of working with Mike. But the entire shoot was very pleasant. He's a funny guy. He's just really cool and professional, and we became really good friends.
Well, you brought up a good point because here's a guy who, for his professional career, trained to actually physically hit people, to connect with his punches, and now you're doing a scene where.
I actually had two options. One, of course, all respect, we have to listen to our action director, our choreographer, Yuen Ping. He, by the way, he's my mentor. He's the one that discovered me 33 years ago. He's the one that did all the Kill Bill, Matrix, and Crouching Tiger. So this guy, I have to respect all his choreography, but at the same time, knowing the circumstances and the person I'll be facing, I'm Mike, the baddest man on the planet. I said to myself, you know what, I better have a backup plan, just in case he misses or he comes at me. And by the way, when I fought him, he actually came at me like he was gonna knock me out, his fist was this big, and he feels like a wrecking train. So I said to myself, well, if he does this, it's really difficult because to play Ip Man very composed, very calm, under that circumstances is,
right.
How can you be calm, right? So I said, just in case, what am I gonna do? Should I do this? Should I go back? Should I pull, maybe roll other techniques, just to save my own life, right? But unfortunately, I didn't have to do that. He was totally cool.
Out choreography with the choreographer? Are you involved in that?
I am involved in somewhat because I understand kind of both worlds. I was very fortunate because first I was the translator, helping, right. Because although we had a translator, but he didn't understand the martial art language and the film language, and then I have to kind of be in between Mike and Yuen Ping. Yuen Ping would be telling Mike in Chinese, blah, 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 blah. And then I had to kind of put it in understanding sentences to Mike and vice versa. Mike would be, oh, Donnie, can you tell Master Yuen, I would like to come in this, and then I would explain to Yuen Ping.
Yeah, so you did a little bit of translating.
Yes, a little bit translating, and I would try to. I also try to help to make things easy for both sides because I understand the cinematic way of shooting, fighting. At the same time, I understand a little bit about the concepts of boxing, right? So I would say, well, how about Mr. Yuan, Master Yuan, Kung Sifu, right? Perhaps Mike can come in with a, cross, 1, 2, 2, 3 uppercuts or whatever, right? That's what we did. But everything worked out fine. It was great.
And I'm also curious because you're a director yourself. What is your relationship as an actor to your director on set?
Totally professional. If I'm just an actor, then by all means, I'm gonna all respects to the director. But of course, at the same time, I understand the director would want your input as an actor. It's not just about fighting on screen, but as well as dramatic scenes. The actor and the director should have this type of open communication. Like if an actor have a suggestion of, oh, maybe this is the better way to bring out the characters, by all means, and the director, any good director should be open to that.
Yeah.
And fortunately, our directors, they were great. Always asking all the actors, how do you feel? Do you feel comfortable? I mean, not just in the screen fighting, but also with all the rest of the drama scene as well.
Before we open it up for the audience, I would be remiss if I didn't ask you something about Star Wars.
Yes.
And I know that you can't say too much. I'm sure there's Disney snipers here.
Well, the Force is with us, that's for sure.
But as an actor, how does it feel for you to be part of this franchise?
I'm finally cool to my kids. Finally cool dad. No, I was really thrilled. And I got a call from Disney and Star Wars director called me, and I was really thrilled because the very first Chinese actor being invited in the Star Wars universe, and I thought, well, when I was 13, I saw it in Boston, where I grew up, very first time, The New Hopes, and then decades later, and I got invited, and it's not a tiny role too, it's a pretty cool,
good part.
very, very, very good role, very good. Yes, coming out in Christmas.
Yeah, we're looking forward to it. So we have some time to open up